Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Friday's edition of the English newscast on Info Television. Our top stories. The budget for the Bamenda II Council against the 2026 financial year has been adopted during a session that took place on Thursday, 27th of November 2025. An intense football managerial atmosphere weighs in Cameroon, and prior to the FECAFOOT Executive General Assembly scheduled for November 29, football fans are expecting to see peace reign. Those were our top stories. Details in a jiffy. Welcome back. The budget for the Yaounde II, the budget for the Bamenda II Council, I beg your pardon, against the 2026 financial year has been adopted. This was during a budgetary session that took place on Thursday, November 27, 2025 at the conference room of the Bamenda II City Council, as you tell us, Jude Kenji.
A balance of 1,611,845,781 francs in revenue and expenditure was voted as the budget for the Bamenda II Council for the 2026 financial year. This was during the budgetary session that took place this Thursday, November 27, 2025, presided over by the mayor.
For 5 years that we've been in this council, with all the security challenges, we were able to execute a good number of projects. If now that we are moving towards the regional elections, we need to tell the people what we have done, and we need to justify why we are going to a new budget and what is the budget. We had this budget orientation, and the budget orientation is to tell the community what they want. We invited the quarter heads, we invited the communities, they gave us their various projects, and this project have been imputed into the project for 2026. And some of the projects, we have roads, we have schools, hospital, we have borehole, water, and the rest. This project comes from the community, and we want to assure them that this budget is a budget which is coming from the community. That is why we had a drop from the budget from 2 billion to 1.6 billion, because we want to give the people what they want exactly.
It is coming at a time when the councillors are preparing to vote for regional councillors on November 30th, 2025.
My councillors, if you can look from the turnout, will tell you that they are very committed. Last election we voted, and this election we voted. That's why we call this session before time, to make sure they have the necessary means, the allowance, the lodging, the feeding, so they can give back and vote our regional councillors who are there, who've been serving the state, serving the government, serving our municipality, because they've done a great job for us. So we have to vote because the region has a lot to do for the municipalities. And to step my council means that we have to give the vote. It's our right, it's our legal right to vote. And that must be done on Sunday, come the 30th November.
It should be noted that the session was attended by the Senior Divisional Officer for Mezam, the Divisional Officer for Bamenda II, among others.
The Cameroonian government has launched a strategic initiative to revitalize the Logone Valley irrigation system and boost agricultural productivity in the country. Mimi Tiobo focused on this and compiled the following reports.
The main objective of this meeting was to ensure sustainable and equitable management of water resources and irrigation in the Logone Valley. For 2 days, officials from the Ministry of Economy, Planning and Regional Development and some stakeholders in Cameroon's rice sector conduct discussions in order to increase productivity.
Si les réhabilitations sont terminées,
if the rehabilitation project is finalized for the production accorded by the project, we can hope for double production of rice on the field. The Viva Logone project is a strategic initiative of the Cameroonian government aimed at revitalizing the irrigated area of Logone, improving hydraulic governance and promoting sustainable agricultural development in the Logone Valley.
Pour cette session déjà, nos attentes sont grandes, dans le sens où
for this session, we have high expectations. We are expecting the project to fully rehabilitate the area and advance the work already on the way on the ground. And we know that after this session, there will be many improvements. Decisions will be made, and these decisions will further support the area.
Et ces décisions pourront encore nous aider sur le périmètre.
We learn from sources very close to the said project. The discussion, which opened this November 26, also aimed to rehabilitate 12,210 hectares of irrigations, areas, and strengthen the capacities of SEMRI.
La transformation va continuer.
The transformation continues, particularly if we can transform a portion of production. It will depend on the resources available for purchasing. It's worth noting that we support the producers, but we don't produce. The producers do. To process, we need to buy from them. Process, then put it on the market. However, alongside it, it's worth mentioning that there are other stakeholders involved in processing, particularly small scales, processing units that already sells cherries on the local market.
Sur le marché local.
The various resolutions were given during the restitution of the committee work in the presence of government officials.
And as the regional elections draw near, councillors and traditional rulers in the Mfoundi Division Centre region are sparing no odds in providing a 100% vote to their respective candidates. The voters reaffirmed their commitment during a meeting at the CPDM Party Hall in the city of Yaounde. Phillips Enchi tells us more.
48 hours before the November 30th regional election, potential voters, mainly municipal councillors from the Mfoundi division in the Centre region, gathered on November 28, 2025 at the party hall in Yaounde to review strategy ahead of the polls. The meeting, chaired by the president of the Divisional Campaign Commission, Professor Laurent Serge Tundingwa, aims at reinforcing the party's readiness and secure a decisive victory. The division now boasts 7 candidates for the election, led by Gilbert Timevuna, former city mayor of Yaounde, who heads the CPDM party list. Each candidate represents one of the division's municipalities. The 7 municipal campaign commission presidents for Mfoundi reiterate their unwavering support to the party's candidate, reassuring the president of the divisional campaign commission of a successful campaign for the past 2 weeks, aiming at providing a convincing result in the upcoming election.
We feel satisfied, and we saw the fact that it's the head of list of CPDM, the patriarch Gilbert Timevuna, who lead the campaign during all these last 2 weeks. And he went council by council, meet the councillors and talk to them. And unanimously they said they will cast their vote for CPDM list.
The candidates are ready for the November polls. We are ready for the election. As you all heard during the meeting from various presidents of the municipal campaign commissions for Mfoundi, each and every one of them reaffirmed their support. With such a declaration, we are ready for the upcoming polls. With a successful campaign invested, the president of the Divisional Campaign Commission is convinced of a 100% victory come November 30th, 2025.
We want a 100% vote for our list, and we are sure that come the D-Day, except something exceptional, we will have not only the victory, but a 100% vote for our party.
The Mfoundi division, after an outstanding performance in the just ended October 12 presidential election, the party officials are convinced of a 100% victory come November 30th, 2025. The meeting marked the presence of top party officials and traditional rulers. As the party awaits its victory in the days ahead, the militants received party fabrics, proving their loyalty to the Cameroon's People Democratic Movement, accompanied with financial assistance to go about party activities. All is set for November 30th, as victory remains the lone word.
The Minister of Basic Education, Professor Logone Valley, has received a warm welcome from parliamentarians who congratulated him upon his election to UNESCO Executive Board. This was during a courtesy visit at his cabinet. Mimitiobo reports.
There were 12 members of the Committee on Education, Vocational Training and Youth who were receiving an audience by the Minister of Basic Education, Professor Logone this Thursday, 27, 2025, at his cabinet to congratulate the minister as he was elected the chairman of the National Commission for UNESCO Board in Cameroon on November 7, 2025.
We have come here to congratulate the Minister of Basic Education for being elected as a member of the Executive Committee of UNESCO. UNESCO being the body of education. And during the swearing in of the head of state, you remember he laid a lot of emphasis on youths, and it's all about education, bringing up children and so on and so forth. We came today to appreciate him because if he's been elected as a member of the Executive Committee, is because of the outstanding performances and the work he has been doing.
The parliamentarians expressed their satisfaction of work done so far by the Minister of Basic Education, Professor Logone, appointed as representative of Cameroon to UNESCO Executive Board, which manage all educational issues globally, while tabling some recurring problems which are being faced in school milieus.
As a people's representative, we have heard a lot about parents complaining on numerous books that little children they carry. In nursery school, in primary school, they have a big bag of 10 books and so on. We are here to moderate that. And we are happy that during his tenure of office as he's on, he's been listening to us because we have been, intervening and talking on behalf of the parents on their complaint. And he's been having a listening ear to ensure that there's moderation in the book list and to avoid changing the book list very frequently. So today has been a great day for the Education Committee and for the National Assembly. Being the people's representative, we hear, we talk, and we improve, and we talk on their behalf.
Professor Logone took this opportunity to reiterate his gratitude to President Paul Biya, who personally supported his candidacy.
The ordinary session of the Yaounde III Municipal Council held on November 27, 2025 in Yaounde. Discussion centered around preparing the draft budget for the 2026 fiscal year. Let's watch. Municipal councillors of the Yaounde III Council gathered at the Club Saint-François for the ordinary session of the Municipal Council dedicated to preparing the draft budget for the 2026 fiscal year this November 27. The session was chaired by the Mayor of Yaounde III Council, Lucas Owona, in the presence of other officials. We have come to the end of our workshop, and I would like to thank all the authorities present here for their availability and contribution during the program. I also thank the municipal councillors for the pertinence in their exchanges. We had exchanges since morning under the guide of the Secretary General. I am grateful for this devotion. As far as the budgetary orientation is concerned, municipal councillors contributed to the process. Nevertheless, prioritizing projects of the local population is primordial for the Yaounde III Council.
The objective of the budgetary orientation that we just finished today was to give the municipal councillors an opportunity for them to contribute to the elaboration process, where they had the opportunity to bring on board their own projects, their difficulties, their challenges in their various localities. What we did was we have taken a list of all these projects, and together we have prioritized the projects that have come from the local population. These projects range from social, economic, youth, sports, cultural, and what have you. which we have all considered within our budget for 2026.
Notably, a specific budget for hygiene and sanitation campaign for youth by the Yaounde Tv Council Executive goes at 265,500,000 CFA francs. Mayor Lucas Owona, at the end of the ordinary session, expressed gratitude towards authorities present for their availability and contribution. And a 3-day workshop that brought together women from across the Leke division draws its curtains at the Okola Rural Women's Center. Participants are expected to put into practice what they learned. Phillips Enchi.
The Unandewa Women's Association, South, mobilized massively for a 3-day workshop on leadership and local governance, bringing together women from all walks of life at the Okola Royal Women's Center in the Leke division on November 26, 2025. The training, organized in partnership with the Women on the Move for Equal Development WOMED, seeks to strengthen women leadership capacity and inspire them to take up greater roles in public life. An initiative of Virginie Edouard, wife of Gilbert Didier Edouard, Secretary General at the Ministry of Finance, draws its curtains on a high note, with participants expressing satisfaction over the outcome of the workshop, which aims to promote the involvement of more women and girls in the decision-making process as the municipal and regional elections draw close.
The teaching during the training are going to be very useful, and we do appreciate such a training. I am very happy and satisfied with the program because I had to discover a lot of new ideas added to what I have. So the training has enlightened me a lot. At the level of entrepreneurship and the creation of common initiative groups, I have created a lot of them in collaboration with other women from other areas. But what was lacking right now was a knowledge or a strong mentorship to go about the activities. So today I had the opportunity to receive such mentorship, and I am very happy to be part of this training.
The workshop provided a platform for participants to share their experiences.
It was a pleasure for me to share my little experiences with the women and to understand that there are women who really want to evolve in politics, entrepreneurship, and even civil society. What motivated me was the fact that I love impacting women. I do have a rich political parcours, and I believe that it will be important for me to share my experiences with women who want to dive into politics. With my competence and know-how and a word of motivation will go a long way to activate them.
Contributions from the various mentors is timely.
To be leader is a choice, and to grow in leadership with God. And the leader of Okola must work with God. She must also increase with the society, with the environment.
I taught the women that to become a good leader, she needs to work tirelessly. They need to be patient and do possess good attitude towards one another. Once these qualities are embedded in them, it is obvious that they will become a good leader. And lastly, the women must be economically independent.
The 72 hours training focuses on empowering the women on basic rights as they pursue their political career.
During the 3 days training, we worked on human rights and the rights of women. At times, some of these women are not even aware of their basic rights and violence against women. So, if all of these aspects are not well communicated to the women, it is going to be difficult for them to understand the political atmosphere. These things are a roadblock to women empowerment.
The promoter could not hide his feeling of satisfaction.
I am really satisfied with the 3D training workshop. During the 3 days, the women received intensive training and their capacity has been reinforced on local governance and the full participation in the society. Today, they had the opportunity to benefit from the experiences of women who are strongly involved in politics, entrepreneurships. Some of them are mayors, parliamentarians, and so on and so forth. So it was a wonderful experience for them.
The training, which aligns with President Paul Biya's objective of empowering women and youths, is expected to significantly boost opportunities for women to participate in decision-making, especially as the municipal and regional elections draw near.
And in health, students of the St. Christophe Health Science Institute have showcased their groundbreaking Or Santé project to the Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manawuda Malashi. This was during his official visit to the institute on November 26, 2025. Let's watch.
The atmosphere was filled with shouts of joy and excitement as students of St. Christophe Health Science Institute in Kwabang, in leadership with the promoter, Joel Komo, welcomed the Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manawuda Malashi, and his entourage as he made an official tour in the institution. The event, which took place on November 26, 2025, marks a significant moment for the students to present their Or Santé project. The Or Santé project is a groundbreaking initiative aimed at enhancing communication skills among health students and professionals. The project is designed with several key objectives: to train health students to confidentially address audiences, to equip healthcare professionals with the skills needed to communicate effectively with patients, and equally to promote accessible online training resources for the general public, a project which the minister termed satisfactory.
I'm here in St. Christophe today, and I see the infrastructure, I see all of the equipment. I mean, I'm very satisfied, and I want just to encourage him to go forward and to strengthen what can be strengthened.
Dr. Manawuda Malashi expresses great appreciation for the innovative efforts of the Institute and underscores the importance of communication in healthcare. His visit does not only serve to strengthen the relationship between the Ministry of Public Health and educational institutions, but also inspires the students to continue striving for excellence in their future careers.
For the students, they have to be committed on their studies and to be this exemplary healthcare, in our health system tomorrow. So I think they have to be committed, and to have to come earlier and to be at school for this formation.
The visit included important officials like the Senior Divisional Officer for Mefu and Afamba, the Dio of Nkolafamba, Honorable Cabral Libi, the Mayor of Nkolafamba, and the President of Info TV, Jodeneveng. The day was equally characterized by speeches from the Secretary General of the Institute as well as the student delegate who applauded the professionalism of Dr. Manawuda Malashi. At the end of the minister's visit, the students of St. Christophe Health Science Institute felt a renewed sense of purpose and motivation, ready to embark on their journeys as future health professionals equipped with the skills necessary to create positive change in their communities.
Honor the contest.
And on to sports, a tense football managerial atmosphere reigns in Cameroon, according to others. Prior to the Fecafoot Executive General Assembly scheduled for November 29, football fans are expecting to see peace reign between Samuel Eto'o and the Minister of Sports and Physical Education. Phillips Enchi throws more lights.
As the Cameroon Football Federation Executive General Assembly fast approaches, the football community is expected to entertain a new president at the helm of football activities in Cameroon. The incumbent president, Samuel Eto'o, who ascended power on December 21, 2021, now remains the lone candidate to run for the post, a situation that does not sit well in the ears of the Minister of Sport and Physical Education, Professor Narcisse Moelle-Kombi. The Executive General Assembly meeting, scheduled for November 29, 2025, is a bombshell to the Minister of Sport and Physical Education, despite his disapproval of representatives from the ministry to participate in the upcoming FECAFOOT General Assembly. It should be recalled that, despite the administrative misunderstanding relating to football management in the country, FECAFOOT is still to be subjected to the ministry as it remains a subsidiary association of the World Football Governing Body FIFA and the Confederation of African Football CAF. After video conferencing with FIFA and CAF emissaries, the green light of the meeting is activated as the officials from both football governing bodies are already in Cameroon ahead of the Executive General Assembly. Though the electoral procedures have been criticized by administrative authorities, FECAFOOT denies any electoral malpractice and is determined to go about the election despite having just a candidate. It should be noted that Samuel Eto'o has been at the forefront of football development in Cameroon, bringing major investors and transparency in football management despite receiving backlash. Football experts and analysts continue to rain praises on the former Barcelona, Inter Milan, Mallorca, Real Madrid, Chelsea striker Samuel Eto'o. Cameroonians are in dilemma as the intellectual dispute of interest remains unstoppable between FECAFOOT and the Ministry of Sport and Physical Education. The question that lies between the hands: will Professor Narcisse Moelle-Kombi recognize Samuel Eto'o after his re-election? Hopes are high to see the football atmosphere regain its serenity.
And we urge you to stay tuned to programs on Mfoundi TV to get the entire closing remark of the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, during the just ended second biannual Regional Governors Conference of the year 2025. And that takes us to the end of tonight's edition. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and stay in the company of our programs. Have a good evening.